Biafra, my man. Oh, yes, so on, no, you wanna wash Nana. Biafra, my man. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, Mama. The spirit of Biafra is upon me. That is why I am offering this song to our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa in Urobo dialect and Isoko. Lucky star is sinking, I'm sinking, Udogu, Ekpa. Amorotomo, Agbada Brururu. Amorotomo, Agbada Brururu. Excellency Simon Ekpa. Nieruwe yo, Witrowe Salot. With the Sado, the freedom you brought to the way for us. Urobisoko with the Sado. No. Amorutamo Agbada Guru. Dear Simon Joe, you have done so much for us. I am shedding tears of joy. Your type cannot be seen easily. I search around the whole world, the greatest freedom fighter. We, the Robo and Isuku, we appreciate you also. Worry sister, say you are so good, you are so wonderful. Clara Dimu say you are so good. Oh, Amorutamo Agbada. Helen Peter say you are so good. That is the truth. Patricia Robo say you are so good. Amorutamo Agbada. Urobisoko with the Sado. What a wonderful man. The good guy. It's only the fool that we hate him. And I know those who are sitting at the fence in this Biafra struggle, they will not learn. Maybe they will learn in the grave. Urobisoko with the Sado. The freedom you brought to do well for us. Worry sister say you are so good. Urobisoko with the Sado. Clara Dim say you are so good. Anna Wabada Guru. Amarotomo Agbada Guru. Amarotomo Agbada Guru. Urobisoko with the Sado. Urobisoko with throw a salute. Even lucky star, it is Sado. You do well, it is Sado. You do well, we salute you, we throw a salute. Patricia Urobo say you are so good, you are so good. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. I am in tears of joy. For your good work cannot be quantified. Oh, Amorotomo Agbada Guru. Ewo, Kisiko
Those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb were born. Do this very well. You must be very, very strong.
When the Boroku, Nijimwero Mekumu Biafra. When the Siputa, Makamwero Mekanyinaga. Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo. Oh, when the Boroku, Makamwero Wangi. Oh, when the Buruchekwa, Makamwero Wewu Biafra. Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo. The spirit of Biafra, Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. When the Biafra Gideon, Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. Ohamadike no na donjon, Mukebweki Heremeyae. Bodike, Mosike, Rurajobalike. Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile, Master Simon Ekpa, it wants to smooth the string up and you know, brother and down from my Ebudo, or Guinea. Master Simon Ekpa, a mesu were Onyendu. Iye Jamalike, Imapa Simon Ekpa, Iye Jamalike, Simon Ekpa, Watakatabo. We were running looking at the data. I will follow you. I will follow you. I will follow you. Never look back. I will follow you. What Prime Minister we're running. I need a one who got I will follow you. I will follow you. I will follow you. What's that on the back we're running? The question is this. If Nigerian government failed to organize a referendum for children of Biafra, are you ready to lead us to do anything in order to get freedom from Biafra? And I'm going to be number one to follow you. If you are looking for 100 men, you will find 50 in me. Okwe Kucharangui, Master Simon Ekpa, or Guinea. Master Simon Ekpa, Biko, GC, Kaka, Noku. Atakata walk in a pocket. Ojuda way, Quibbolo into Guinea Menata. I am 50 men, oh yes, and I said, Bros. I will follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back, I will follow you. For Prime Minister, we're on it, and you got one who got to follow you, and I will follow you. I will follow you. What's that on oh, Madike Biafra, Dahi Boroka Biarole. Iye Jamadike, Biafra Republic Government, Iye Jamadike,
Commander Jetule Kwejiri, General Producer, Zona Atakatawo, Commander Holy Ghost, Okonyendu Borokunu Nazatata, Iko Kuye, Oke, Iko Kuye, Iye Jamayike, Oke, Iko Kuye, Iye Jamayike, Oke.
Maka Biafra, we're on Putarangi onye ndu, here Simon Ekpa,
Witness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Bafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
Biafra Republic! Biafra Republic!
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining me on today's program. I I appreciate everyone that has connected to this video program wherever you are connecting from. I thank you for being part of the program, and I say may Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect every one of you that have decided to be part of today's program. I wish every one of you a very happy weekend. Today is weekend, and so many of us are having some weekend activities, and even in the midst of your weekend activities, you made out your time to join us on this program. I appreciate you. Those who are watching from TikTok, the people watching from Facebook, and those who are watching us from YouTube where we are hosting the program. I welcome every one of you. Remember that this very platform where you are watching this program is a platform that is under Biafran government. A platform under the command of the Prime Minister, Ekpa, and the Supreme Command of Mazen Nandekan. In this very platform that you are watching this program, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come to this very platform to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people or individuals. We do not come here to attack any race or religion. We are focused on the freedom of the Biafran people. That is why we are here. In this platform, we speak about the freedom of the Biafran people, and in extension, the freedom of the people of the world. It is about humanity. The restoration of Biafra we are crying for today, we are shouting for, is for humanity. It is not a selfish pursuit of freedom. It is not selfish. The freedom of the Biafran people is going to be very infectious, and it's going to affect all African countries. The freedom of Biafran people is the freedom of Africa. In case you do not know, you better know that now. The freedom we are pursuing, in as much as we are in the forefront of pursuing that freedom to establish a sane country for once in Africa. It is a journey that belongs to every one of us as human. In this platform, if you are not a lover of freedom, if you are a hater of freedom, you're not going to be comfortable here. But if you are one of those who love freedom, you're going to be comfortable in this program and you will love it. Because in this platform, we speak of nothing except the freedom, more especially the freedom of Biafran people. The Biafra we are talking about is a nation that is under occupation by the Nigerian government. It is a nation that has existed and recognized by other countries of the world, and Nigeria came upon it in 1967, fought against Biafra for 3 good years. Nigeria fought against Biafra with the support of the Western countries. They were able to support Biafra. Biafra were on their own with little or no help from anybody. They fought against the world powers who were supporting Nigeria. The British were in the forefront of the fight. The Russians were in Nigeria. The United States was also to support Nigeria. Because of the interest they have in Nigeria, because of the resources of the Biafran people, that was why they were subdued. And since then, up to this moment, Biafran land has been under occupation in the hand of the Biafran Nigerian government. Until this time. And we have come to a point where we can no longer tolerate the inhuman treatment of the Biafrans in Nigeria. That is why the Biafrans are rising up to get out of the contraption called Nigeria. The journey to walk out of Nigeria has started, and it is going to the highest level, and it's not stopping. The restoration of independent state of Biafra today that we are talking about is a mandate that belongs to every Biafrans. Chukwu Okike have given us that very mandate to pursue it and make sure we get it. And I bet you we are getting it. As we speak today, Biafran government under the command of our Prime Minister Ekpa is doing a great job. For those of you who are not paying attention or who do not know what is going on, if you want to educate yourself about the situation in Biafra land, you can go to the platform for our Prime Minister on X. Get the necessary information you want there. I bet you will be convinced at the end of the day to know that the Biafran cause is a righteous cause. For a very long time, the Biafran people have been playing safe. The Biafran people have been playing safe, being on defensive at all times. They have been trying not to offend anybody, not to make anybody angry, to please every other person, even when they displease themselves. That has been the situation in Biafra land for a very, very long time. Until we get to where we are today. It has come to a point where we can no longer continue to be on defensive. That is why today Biafrans are going all out to defend themselves. And you can see this action even on the social media, on all networks, on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube. Biafrans are no longer on defensive. We are now going offensive. And that is how it should be. Obi will not continue to be a boy every day. The Biafran people have been tagged different kinds of names. They've been called so many kinds of names. So many lies have been pushed against the Biafrans. Nobody seems to stand up to those lies or debunk it. And at a point in time, those lies begin to look like the truth. They have tagged us different kinds of names, called us different kinds of inhuman names, treated us like people who are not worthy to live. They have called for the death of the Biafran people in the open. And the Biafrans are silent about it. We never fight back. Not only in name calling, they have fought us vigorously in so many fronts. There has been genocide against Biafrans, which started since 1945. Since 1945, up to this moment as we speak, the genocide is still going on. Not because the Biafrans committed any crime, not because the Biafrans did anything wrong, just for sheer hatred of the Biafran people because of their resilience, because of their successes, a sheer envy and jealousy from every other individual around them. And all this while, the Biafran people has been on defensive. They have never gone for an attack. They have never gone on offensive. But today, I am very happy that Biafrans are rising up on different platforms. You dare not call out any Biafran and expect Biafran people to be silent. We will talk, we will speak, and we will defend our own. Today, Biafrans are demonstrating in the open that injustice against one is injustice against all. For a very long time, we have been fighting individually on our own. We have been fighting individually on our own, trying to maintain peace. They say when they slap you on one cheek, you turn the other cheek, they slap you, you turn another one, they slap you. Continue to make people accept you, continue to make people see you, that you are not what they think you are. We have come to the end of the road where we have no explanation to anybody. We have nothing to prove to any human being on the planet Earth today except ourselves. If you call it selfishness, so be it. This is the time for us to be selfish and make every issue about us. It is time. The earlier you understand that as a Biafran, the better for you. Don't mind what people will say. Don't mind what they. This world is about interest. You must learn. If you don't learn to protect and defend your own interests, it's up to you. It is about interest. Defend yourself. Learn to defend yourself. Learn to protect yourself. Put yourself first before any other thing. For a very long time, we have not done that. We have been putting other people first, putting other people's problem, issues in the front line and leaving our own behind. We have done this for so many years. But at this point in time, it is time for the Biafran people to focus on themselves. And that is what we are doing. That is why our Prime Minister came online and he declared that it is Biafra first. In anything you are doing, it has to be Biafra first. Put Biafra first. My fellow Biafrans, today is going to be, I want today to be a very interactive section. For those of us who are with me on the YouTube, if you are watching from YouTube, I urge you to come in and air your opinion. When you are coming in, make sure you cover yourself up properly. You must have to appear decent because the whole world is watching us. You cannot appear on our program naked. And when you are speaking on our program, you must make sure that you speak in a civil manner. Speak in a civil manner so that the whole world will understand you. People are watching and paying attention. You must speak in a civil manner. If you don't communicate in a civil manner, it's going to be difficult for people to understand you and digest what you're saying. A lot of people are watching us. We don't want to build another zoo. We want to build a country where people will be sane and behave like humans. So when you come on this very platform to make your speech, please do it in a civil manner. Communicate to us in a civil manner. And as long as you do so, you are going to enjoy your stay here. For you to join us on this platform, you must not be a Biafran to join us. Whether you are a Biafran or not, there's no law that says you must be a Biafran. You are welcome. As long as you're human, you are welcome. Come in, ask your question, make your contributions, say your prayers, whatever you have in your mind to say, do it, but do it in a civil manner. Do it in a civil manner. In this platform, there is no political correctness. We do it, say things the way they are. So today you have seen the topic I've chosen. They say, join the Hardtalk on the Biafra Restoration Mandate, powered by the Biafra Republic in Exile Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. The equation. The unsolvable equation is Mazi Simon Ekpa. They have been trying to solve that equation called Simon Ekpa for a very long time now. They have not found an answer. And they will never find an answer until Biafra comes. You know, initially when our Prime Minister used the word, what you don't know is bigger than you. People do not understand. People do not understand. Some people make jest of it. Some people use it as just a mere talk. It is not. That word is strong and remains strong. What you don't know is bigger than you. On the restoration of Biafra, where we are today, there is no going back. Every information we need is out there. And everything that has to do with the restoration of the independence of Biafra is done in a legal way. We are not doing anything illegal when it comes to the restoration of Biafra. In the era of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. That is why I am bold and proud to be here and speak about Biafra under Mazi Simon Ekpa and on the Supreme Commander of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biafra is our destination. The mandate to restore Biafra falls on us, and we must make sure that Biafra is restored. It doesn't matter what the enemies are saying. It doesn't matter what they are thinking. It doesn't matter what they are planning. The restoration of Biafra is unstoppable. We will continue to pursue Biafra. Come sun, come rain. No man born of a human being will stop it. For those of you who are thinking that your blackmail and propaganda can stop us, you can't. You can't. Even slowing us down, not anymore. The more you push your propaganda and blackmail, the more you speed up the coming of Biafra. So whatever you feel you can do, go ahead and continue to do whatever you think you can do. We are not distracted, we are not deterred. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are today and you are watching this program, I want you to prepare yourself for what is coming. Remember, we are still on the lockdown. The lockdown, I think today is the 25th day of that lockdown. The 30 days lockdown is still ongoing. And the internal Idwakanon is still ongoing. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, you must not forget that we have a responsibility. One of the responsibilities we have as Biafrans is to obey the government of Biafra because we gave the government that mandate. The mandate we gave the government must be respected. If you decide to go against that mandate or do contrary to what the government is saying, you are on your own and you will face the consequence of your actions. The primary objective of Biafran government is to protect life and property, and that is exactly what they are doing. As the lockdown is going on in Biafra land, obey instructions. Stay away from the flashpoints that have been mentioned. The barracks, police barrack, army barrack, naval barrack, every barrack belongs to the Nigerian forces. Stay away from those areas. You have no business being there. The checkpoints, stay away from checkpoints. All the Nigerian government institutions, federal, state, and local government, stay away from them. These informations are important because you don't know what is going to happen. If the action has not reached your area, it doesn't mean it will get there. It will surely get there. It is one at a time. But we bring the warning, keep on warning, keep on warning. It's left for you. If you decide to put yourself in harm's way, you already know that you can't stop the coming of Biafra. Whether you live or you die, it doesn't change anything. Likewise, myself, whether I live or I die, it doesn't stop Biafra. Biafra itself is bigger than every one of us. All we are doing today is to answer the call that has been made. Play our own little parts, and Chukwu Okukanya, by himself, is doing the restoration with a high speed. Every single thing that is happening today is not a joke. And for those of you who are still confused, you don't want to pay attention to the right source, I am sorry for you. There is only one man today that is piloting the affairs of the restoration of Biafra. And that man is our Prime Minister, who is carrying the mandate as spoken by Mazen Namdekan. Mazen Namdekan by himself said it, we will not stop. If you think we will stop, we will never ever stop until Biafra comes. Here it is.
And we are not going to stop. I want the world to understand me very clearly. We are not going to stop. It doesn't matter what it takes. It doesn't matter how many lives they extinguish. It doesn't matter the genocidal tendencies they bring with them into our land. We are not going to stop. Everybody listening, everybody watching, everybody remotely interested in justice and peace must understand this. Our destination is freedom, and that very place we're heading to is Biafra. And nobody, no soul on this earth can stop us. Instead of Biafra not to come, we all perish. I want our adversaries, our enemies to understand this very, very clearly. We are not going to retreat, not one iota, not 1 inch, because Biafra must come. Because the hatred have continued to this very day. As I'm speaking and addressing all of you right now, they are still arresting, extrajudicially murdering people in our land, people who are alien to our culture, our way of life, our tradition. They are in our land directing their people to slaughter, to kill without mercy. Unfortunately, those we regard as political leaders have connived with these people to ensure the decimation of their own population. That is the type of nonsense we can no longer condone, as you all know.
You have heard from our supreme leader that we will never stop. It does not matter what they say. It doesn't matter how they say it. It doesn't matter their plans. It doesn't matter how they plan it. We will not stop. It is very clear that the people has no representation in the government of Nigeria. We don't have any representation. That is why, in the midst of all the dehumanization, in the midst of all the loss of lives, in the midst of all the attack on our properties and the loss of life in Biafra land, nobody is making a case for us. Nobody seems to make a case. If not for the Biafran government today, I don't know what will be our fate. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took that responsibility and he fought until they kidnapped him. He was still fighting. Even up to now, he's still fighting for you and I. And our Prime Minister came on board, Mazi Simon Ekpa, to put a stop to the inhuman treatment against Biafrans. In the era of the dragon, we do not just complain or cry. We take action. It is an eye for an eye. With the cup you feed us, we are going to feed you with that same cup in 1,000-fold. That is where we are. We are building on that foundation. And I want you to know that Biafra is going to come. That only thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu desires and asks for. He has not asked for anything. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never asked for restructuring. He never asked for presidency. He's not asking for any resource control. All he's asking for is the independence of Biafra. That independence we must get. And today, in the era of the dragon, under the command of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, that freedom is fast approaching.
We are going to do wonders. I want you all to understand that we are in a very big battle. Battle for freedom is not for lily-livered people. It's not for kids. Battle for freedom, they throw bombs, rockets for people to get freedom. So freedom is not meant for people that are too emotional. It's not meant for people that somebody will talk this and talk that and they begin to shiver. No. I am born for Biafra to come. And I'm going to help Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get Biafra. Believe me. Go and mark today's date. I want to assure Biafrans, so long as you continue to stand on your freedom, I will be there for you. So long as you continue to maintain that you have a right to live, I, Simon Ekpa, will be there. Any day, anytime.
That's our Prime Minister speaking. And that very speech he made is what he's standing on today. There is no doubt that our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is the man for the job and he's more than ready for the job. For those who are pushing propaganda, blackmail, and trying to distract him, go ahead. I wouldn't tell you to stop. If that is what you have chosen for yourself, go ahead. But I bet you should be careful what you wish for. While you are castigating the Prime Minister Mazi Simon for fighting him in one way or the other, go and ask questions. Make inquiries about the person you are fighting. Then you now decide whether you will continue or not. It is so sad that at this point in time, that some people are still bent on believing evil. In the year 2024, September, when everything is in the public, I say everything, there is nothing that is hidden on the planet today. In the issue of Biafra today, there is nothing that is hidden. If you are a Biafran and you are confused at this point in time, I bet you would never ever recover. There's no point thinking about you or waiting for you. You want nothing. You have not been paying attention. Maybe because it has not affected you. The inhuman treatment and the attack against Biafra is affecting every single Biafran. The failure of Nigeria, the status of failed state of Nigeria is in the open. It is not hidden. I don't have to prove anything to you. All you need to do is to be sincere to yourself, make inquiries, or if you are not very conversant with the issue of Nigeria, try to look towards that direction. Watch their videos, listen to their conventional media and on social media is what is coming out. After seeing all those, you now come to a conclusion and make your choice. It is a shameful thing today to see a Biafran identify himself as a Nigerian. A very, very shameful thing for any Biafra at this point in time to identify him or herself as a Nigerian. It is shameful, but that is what we see. Biafran government has been doing everything humanly possible to make sure that everybody is carried along, including the evil politicians. These evil politicians that are hanging everywhere, pushing their lies right, left, and center. There are so many of them. We see them on a daily basis. The evil politicians who have become so used to the criminality in Nigeria, the fraudulent system. And when we talk about the fraudulent system of Nigeria, every single sensible person agrees that the system is fraud. The system that the Nigerian government is practicing is fraud. In all ramifications, there is no way, no single step, starting from their constitution, which is a fraud and a lie. Starting from the constitution itself, a fraud and a lie. And there's a word that says that when the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? I don't see why a normal human being, a sensible person, will be building on a faulty foundation. When you have a faulty foundation, you build a house or you rent a house or you buy a house and you find that this house has a faulty foundation. The very first thing you have to do is to destroy that house, lay a new foundation, and set up a building that can stand. If you don't, you are setting other people up for something that is evil. You are endangering the life of people. This is a fact that every one of us knows. That when you are buying a house, first of all, you have to check the house. The major thing you have to check in a building is the foundation. If the foundation is strong, the structure on top of it doesn't matter. You can change the structure anytime to any shape you want it. Once you have a solid foundation, you can place any strong edifice on it. But when your foundation is faulty, the house cannot stand. It does not matter how you try to beautify it on top, it will not stand. This is a fact that we must learn to accept. But today we see those faulty foundations everywhere, right at the center, and we pretend we're not seeing it. In the era of the Biafran people, the evil foundation is going to be destroyed, and that is going to start November, December convention. We are getting there. On that convention, a lot is going to happen. Let us go for a break for a little while and come back. my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okikabiyama to begin to think of your way home. Every one of us is preparing to go home, and that is what the time is. There is no other thing we can do except to focus our minds on going home. Today, wherever you are, think within yourself what you can do, any way you can be able to inspire yourself, anything you can do to support the restoration of Biafra. As we know, today being Saturday is fundraising. It's a day that the Biafran people come together to raise funds, and wherever you are in Biafran territory today, wherever you are across the world, prepare and focus on that. Try to play a part in the restoration of Biafra. Whatever you know you can offer, please, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okikabiyama, join the fundraising that's going to take place today. And again, remember, in the support of the restoration of Biafra, there are so many programs that are ongoing, more especially the IOU loan. On the IOU loan, you have the opportunity to invest in Biafra, and Biafra will actually invest on you. Whatever investment you make in Biafra, you are going to receive 100% interest at the independence of Biafra. You will receive 100% interest and other benefit that follows. The investment into Biafra is not only for the Biafran people, it is for everybody that cares about the freedom of the Biafran people. You can invest into Biafra. Investment into Biafra is open for everybody, both Biafrans and non-Biafrans. All you need to go is go to our website. Through our website, you can make your donations, you make a contribution. You can equally there apply for the IOU loan, or you apply for a meeting with our Prime Minister. All those opportunities are there. There is no excuse anyone can be able to give in this generation to say, this is why you are not supporting the restoration of Biafra. We are in an era that every hand must be on deck. Every hand must be on deck. Do not be deceived. Do not be distracted. It doesn't matter what the enemies are saying. It doesn't matter what the enemies are doing. No matter the angle they are coming from, every one of us must focus on the restoration of the independence of Biafra. Propaganda is going to come. We know that that is one of the instruments of the Zoological Republic. One of the strong instruments they have in their hand is propaganda, and they can do it very well. But I bet you in 2024, in this generation, this is not 1967. That is why we started from awareness. The restoration of Biafra started from awareness, and Mazen Nandikano did awareness creation very, very well. He did it very well that so many Biafrans were waking up. Before you can be able to deceive a Biafran today, it is difficult. The people you can deceive are only those who allow themselves to be deceived. Those who have sold their stomach for their freedom. Those who cannot be able to say no to their body. Those who are selfish and self-centered. Those who are jealous and envious. These are the only people today that you can go to convince. As for the genuine Biafrans who have seen the evil of the zoo, as the Biafrans, genuine Biafrans, who knows what is right and what is wrong, you cannot deceive them. No propaganda can hold them, because we know what we want. There is one simple thing we are demanding, and we will continue to ask for that until we get it. For those who have sold their soul to the enemy, those who are working for Nigerian government in one way or the other, if you are part of them, be careful what you wish for. Because whatever you are wishing the Biafran people is going to come back to you in 1,000-fold. We know there are so many of them who today are working for the Zoological Republic. There are so many of them today who are speaking for the Zoological Republic. They set confusions and troubles everywhere. But we will never be silent. We will never allow them to win. You as a Biafran, do not allow their propaganda and blackmail to catch you. They will not stop. If you think they will stop, they wouldn't stop. They will continue in their propaganda. They will continue in their blackmail. They will continue in their distractions. But I bet you Biafrans, do not be distracted, because we have no time. The time is very short. The time is very, very short. That is why you must not allow anybody to stand on your way. Every one of them that is pushing the agenda against Biafrans, we know them. They are not hiding. We know all of them. And I want you to remember that nobody, no single individual is bigger than Biafra. Our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano himself made the statement, and he included himself, that nobody is bigger than Biafra. Mazen Nandekano is the supreme leader of IPOB, the leader of the struggle. We know him, we love him, we appreciate his effort, and we respect him. And it stops at that. Anybody that is disguising him or herself, attaching him or herself to Mazen Nandekano in order to be relevant, you're wasting your time. Attaching yourself to Mazen Nandekano to be relevant is the greatest stupidity you can be able to display in 2024. The greatest stupidity anybody can exercise is attaching yourself to Mazen Nandekano when you know you have nothing to offer. When you know you are the real enemy of the Biafran people. But you think putting Mazen Nandekano by your side will make you relevant. It will not. The restoration of Biafra lies in the hands of every Biafran. We are all equal stakeholders when it comes to Biafra. In as much as we have leaders on the top who are leading us, like Mazen Nandekano, he is a leader. Undoubtedly, unchallenged, he's a leader. And today, we have Mazi Simon Ekpa on the front line. And he is a leader. A proven leader, not by word, but by actions. We have seen wonderful things he's doing. We have seen him doing exploits on different directions, on different topics. We have seen how he's making the Zoological Republic restless, putting the Asorok on their toes. You see the Chief of Army Staff running from pillar to pole. He has become a media warrior. All because of our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa. That is the right way to go. So for those ones who will come online and all you have is to come and castigate somebody who has a mission to restore the freedom of his own people. You come, you castigate him, you call him names. Good luck. I will not tell you to stop. Continue. Continue doing what you are doing. Since you have chosen your own path, all of us cannot be on the same path. There will always be those Judas. There will always be those Thomas. They will always be there. Christ chose 12 apostles. Only 12 apostles, but within that 12, these are the 12 apostles he can see, almost identify them by their names. Yet, within that 12, there is a Judas among them, a betrayer. How much more in the midst of more than 70 million people? Of course, there are a lot of betrayers out there. They will always be there. And we will always identify them. That is the job every Biafra has to do. Always identify these betrayers when you see them. Identify them. You will always identify them. They sold Mazen Nandekano. Each and every one of them collected their own share. For the past 3 years, there is only one man that has stood out, and he is doing everything to create awareness about the release of Mazen Nandekano. He is giving the Zoological Republic the hit to see that Mazen Nandekano is released. You are not pleased with that because you are part of those that sold Mazen Nandekano. So many of them today are afraid of what is going to be their fate when Mazen Nandekano comes out, and they don't want him to come out. Mazen Nandekano have made a lot of enemies, not because he committed any crime, but because he is pursuing the freedom of his people. He made enemies, even in his own household. He made enemies because he's putting the people's desire first. He is pursuing the collective interest of everyone, not his own interest alone. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not seeking for his own personal interest. He is not pursuing the interest of the Igbo Biafrans alone. He is not pursuing the interest of the Biafrans alone. He is not pursuing the interest of the people in that region alone, Nigerians alone. He is pursuing the interests of all black nations, including every other people on this planet Earth, for us to have peace. He is pursuing the interests of humanity. That is exactly what our Prime Minister Mazi Simon is doing today. Every single person that is tagging Mazi Simon violent is just doing that to give the dog a bad name and how to kill it. You tag Mazi Simon violent simply because he is doing the right thing. Simply because he is the only person that has that energy, who knows his rights, who knows how to utilize self-defense to the highest level. For a long time, you have misinterpreted self-defense to the Biafra people until self-defense was interpreted the way it should be. And today, Biafrans are using it effectively. You are not pleased. You are calling him violence. The only institution that is violence in Nigeria is the government. The only institution that is violent in Nigeria is Nigerian government against their own citizens, with their terrorist military and their terrorist police, terrorizing the citizens, taking innocent life on a daily basis, making the life of people unbearable, stealing from them on a daily basis. And our Prime Minister said enough is enough. That we can no longer be on defensive. We have to now go offensive. And I thank Chukwuka that Biafrans had that message. Today we are on offensive. That is why you see what is happening today online. I'll be surprised. When I go online, even on TikTok, I see the basbos that is going there. The tribal warfare. I don't give a damn about that. I say, yes, the time has come. All the tribal war you are seeing online, this is the time. They have bullied us for a very long time. They have been dehumanizing us again. They have been calling us names for a very long time. And we seem to be very busy with what I don't know until now. We seem not to pay attention. We play gentle. Oh, we don't want to be involved in it. We are always trying to explain, to prove ourselves in every circumstances, wherever we find ourselves. The zoo and its citizen will always want us to prove ourselves. How long will you continue to prove yourself for them? How long? Enough is enough. We are now in offensive. The cup you used to feed us water, we are going to use the same cup to give you. Whatever you do to us, we do to you. There's a saying that says that do to others what you want people to do to you. As you have dehumanized us, called us names, painted us evil, it is our own time to respond. And we are going to respond in the language that you will never understand. We would respond in the language that you will never understand. It doesn't matter how you feel. We don't want to know about your feeling anymore. It is our own feeling first. And you cannot tell us how to demand for our freedom or how to take vengeance. We are going to take vengeance the way we want it. The zoo has ended. If you are a Biafran and you are still not understand what is happening, I want you to pay attention. I want you to listen to our Prime Minister, why we are doing what we are doing. The reason we cannot be part of the zoo anymore, the evil in the social republic that is uncontrollable or unbearable. We can no longer wait. We are on our way out. And no man born of a woman will stop us. Here it is.
For those of you who do not understand what we are doing, we are fighting for our freedom. And I believe that everyone in this life and in this world, wherever where you are, the country where you reside in, have a history. Now, I want everyone of us here today and those who will listen to this particular speech to note one very important fact. Nigeria state came into being through conquest. This is a fact that nobody can change. Nigeria came into existence through conquest. And the forceful imposition of foreign rule, which denied the indigenous people in Niger area the opportunity to negotiate and choose what they wanted. That is the problem. We have lived with this foreign rule and this forceful union for decades, over 100 years. That is the problem. Now, I want everyone listening to me today to also understand that after this forceful union of Nigeria, called the amalgamation, successive regime, both before and after the shambolic independence, continue to hold the state together in a similarly forceful manner, the same pattern and the methodology that the conquest and invasion and the colonizers came in with. They thought by the forceful and the barriers of the gun, they will continue to kill people for the unity of Nigeria. That also is the problem today. So, this impression that they are creating, that the country must remain as crafted from the amalgamation by the colonialists, and that this country called Nigeria unity is non-negotiable. That is also the problem. We have lived from centuries to century, and today we are in the era of 21st century. We are now in a global village where the things of the past and the things of the old are changing to become new. And they don't want to change Nigeria with the dangerous diversity that have now emanated from different angles and the different injustices and corruption, and now Nigeria has found itself to become an Islamic state. That is the problem. However, the state...
You have heard from our Prime Minister. He had just mentioned the problems of the Nigeria. The problem, he just mentioned it. For those of you who are not carried, who are not very conversant with what is happening, and those of you who are still asking questions, you don't know what the problem is, now you know. Everything he mentioned here, these are the reasons why we will not and will never be part of Nigeria. Everything he mentioned here, these are the reasons why Nigeria cannot survive. It does not matter how you pretend. Your pretense cannot change anything. Your wish cannot change anything. That is why every new government that comes in board, it becomes worse. Every new government that comes, it becomes worse. Because the foundation is faulty. You are building on a faulty foundation. So it doesn't matter the edifice you put on top of that very foundation. Once the breeze broke, it's going to the ground. It will never stand. You are building on a faulty foundation. Until you learn to build on a solid foundation, only then and then you can experience progress. And that is why we are laying a new foundation. What the Biafran people are doing today is laying a new foundation. It's not going to be easy. It is going to be tough. It is going to come with sacrifice. As you can already see, many Biafrans are losing their life. Even in the hands of our fellow Biafrans. But I thank you for today. We all know where we are supposed to focus. There is only one body that stands for us, the Biafra Republic of Exile, and the Liberation Army of Biafra. Do not by any means attach yourself to IPOB Nigeria. The government of Biafra has nothing to do with IPOB Nigeria. IPOB is the indigenous people of Biafra as a people, not as an organization. The organization IPOB has been hijacked and handed over to the governors. This is a fact. IPOB today, IPOB Nigeria that you know, registered organization, is under Nigerian government. The people who were supposed to hold it firm at the kidnappers and took it and gave to the zoo to become their political pressure group. We saw Soludo testify about that. So it is not something that's done in secret. We also saw when their HOD or whatever they call him came out and made a broadcast that they handed over the ESN to the governors. He said it, that they gave ESN to the governors. That was before our Prime Minister now realized and now rescue them. Rescue the ones he was able to rescue. And today it was transformed into the Liberation Army. As we speak, what the Biafran people have today is the Liberation Army of Biafra and the government of Biafra. With the de facto government of the homeland. These are what we have. Anything short of this, stay clear for your own sake. Don't say you are not warned. Listen to this.
They are also avoiding mentioning Biafra government. They continue to write IPOB. We have made it very clear, and let me also use this opportunity to say it as it is for people, for them, because they continue to use IPOB. We are not IPOB as an organization. We are government of Biafra in exile and the Biafra de facto government in the homeland. We are not IPOB as an organization. IPOB is indigenous people of Biafra, and this government represents indigenous people of Biafra as a nation and as a people, not as organization. And that should be made very, very clear in case they are not understanding. So when we do something under this government, do not attach IPOB as an organization to it. I want to send this particular message to be very, very clear to the Nigerian state today, so that they should be addressing whatever we are doing properly to the Biafra government, not attaching IPOB to it. IPOB is a registered organization, and we have moved from there to a government, and that's where we are today. So stop linking us to an organization called IPOB, which is a Nigeria political pressure group. And today, they are no longer relevant in Biafra struggle, because you have used them for many years to kill our people, use them as sacrifice, only to put for a particular political interest. That particular time has ended. And if the Biafra agitation was a joke, we have made it a reality. It is no longer a joke. Under my leadership, it is not a joke. Thank you very much, everyone. God bless you.
Thank you, PM. Thank you, PM. Yeah, please, I don't know, Amaka, if you came in with another name, make sure you rename yourself and come in with...
You heard from our Prime Minister, you heard that statement. Is very, very clear and direct, letting you know that we are no longer in the era of the so-called IPOB. IPOB is a registered organization which they have now hijacked and handed over to the governors. What we have today that is standing for the Biafran people is Biafran government. And do not attach us to anything that has to do with these idiotic people. Don't attach us with anything that has to do with them. We are pursuing our freedom, and that is where we are. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Do not allow anybody to distract you. We are in the era of the restoration of Biafra, and Biafra must be restored. Biafra must be restored. Don't pay attention to any propaganda. The only thing you can do today is to focus on the restoration of Biafra. Give your support to the Liberation Army the best way you can. And I bet you at the end you'll be glad you did. We have come to a time where we cannot afford to be listening to propagandas and blackmail that are coming from idiotic people. Let them continue their propaganda, let them continue their blackmail. As for us, we are moving forward, marching into our freedom. And there is no going back. Every single one of us must pay attention to what is going on. Pay attention and do not get distracted. And I bet you'll be glad you did. Let us go to the platform of our Prime Minister to get some updates for today. Let's see the update we can find on that very platform. As I have promised that every day we will go there and get you some informations so that we can be able to digest the things that are coming there. Sometimes some of us might not be very, very conversant with it. Some of us do not have time to go to that place. So I bring the updates. This is update coming from our Prime Minister on his X handle. The first one said, we are checking on Pitamba, the criminal, as he has remained calm as directed by the Biafran government. Meanwhile, we will continue to investigate the matter. Yeah, the matter that has to do with the burning of the filling station of the criminal in Enugu State, Pitamba. And our Prime Minister told him to stay calm, that he's going to investigate to find out what transpired, because definitely it is those who he has been destroying their families that have come to take vengeance. And luckily for him, he has been silenced then. So let's see what is going on. The second one is the hired agent of Nigeria who lived in Sweden failed on Wikipedia. Exactly. Yeah, this is what you're going to find in Wikipedia. Like those of them who are saying, you don't know who Simon Ekpa is, you don't know where he is, you don't know who he is, who is Simon Ekpa. Better go to Wikipedia and check. When you go there and check, maybe you have some information about him. I have said this several times on my program. That your smartphone is not for play, not for joke. Like those of them who come to ask you, oh, who is Simon Ekpa? Where is he from? Where is he doing? What is it? Go to Wikipedia and ask. And our Prime Minister just caught a really short thing from that Wikipedia to show. And what is right there is, in exile to determine the declaration of the restoration of Biafra, a partially recognized state in West Africa that declared independence from Nigeria and existed from 1967 to 1970. Biafra self-referendum, 1st February to 28 November 2024. Do you approve the proposed declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra to re-establish the lost sovereign nation of Biafra from Nigeria, which will be called the United States of Biafra? Voting system, physical and electronic. This is on Wikipedia. You know, when we talk about the issue of Biafra, some people think it is just a joke, it is just a play. Sometimes make inquiries about yourself. Make inquiries. There are updates of everything we are doing internationally, standardized. That is why I tell people we are not doing anything illegal. Look at the information you find in Wikipedia about our Prime Minister. Once you type his name there and you make a research about Biafra, this is what you're going to see. And this is exactly where we are. And you can't be seeing fake things on Wikipedia. People will not just go there and fill in fake things on Wikipedia. Wikipedia is one of the best places you can be able to get information. Sound. So when you go there to verify about Prime Minister, you will see what they're going to tell you. No matter how you continue to push your lie. That is why I say, if you are deceived today, you choose to be deceived. Don't tell me somebody deceived you. Anybody that claims to be deceived today, he or she chose to be deceived. And that is the truth. So wherever you are in Biafra land, I urge you to continue to pay attention. Don't get distracted. We go further, you say, I'm very close. The next one said, I am very close to where our freedom is coming from. Know this and know peace. Exactly. This is the one from our Prime Minister. He said, I am close to where our freedom is coming from. Know this and know this. Of course, I have made a program yesterday where we said that freedom is coming from abroad. It's coming from diaspora. The freedom of Biafra is coming from diaspora. It's not going to come from Nigeria. Nigeria will not give you peace. Nigeria will only give you destruction. Will only show you hatred. It will only give you poverty and penury. That's the only thing it can give you. You can't get freedom from Nigeria. It can't happen. You cannot. So stop wishing and stop thinking you can get anything. You can't. The earlier you understand this, the better. The only place we can find freedom, the only place we can find freedom is outside the Zoological Republic. And that is where our Prime Minister is. As he said right from the beginning, that he's going to bring Biafra from abroad. Today, we can see Biafra coming in a speed. We can see Biafra coming. It doesn't matter how you feel, what you think. Biafra will definitely come. All you have to do today as a Biafran is to key in, take responsibility, find something you'll be doing for the rest of the Biafra, and that is the right thing to do. So let's go up and see other information that we have. Yeah, this is an update coming from our COS. Our COS in South Korea. She went for South Korea for an event. So this is an update coming from South Korea on the visit of our COS. This is the update that is coming from that angle. It says, Biafra COS with the Biafran government South Korea liaison executives. Within 2 years, the Biafran government has done what others could not do in 13 years. And they are shocked and call everything fake and Photoshop. You people have time to even try to prove them wrong. We don't have such time. Exactly. That is why I say there's nothing to prove to these idiots. The Biafran restoration today is very, very transparent that you don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't need to tell anybody anything. The liaison offices of Biafra scattered across the world is legitimate, and every places they are, they have gone to tender a letter of recognition. In every country where we have liaison office, they went to tender letter of recognition. It is not, and it's not a mushroom organization. It is a government. We're talking about a government. And remember the word of our Prime Minister that these liaison offices will transform to an embassy once Biafra is free. After the declaration, it will turn to a mission, Biafra mission abroad. After the proper restoration of Biafra, they will all turn to an embassy. And today we can see massively what is going on. This is our COS in South Korea. She went to represent Biafra in South Korea. And those you see there are the officials of the liaison, Biafra liaison in South Korea, the executive of South Korea liaison. These are the executive. They are there with our COS, doing the needful, representing Biafra at very highest level. Something we have not been seeing in the past. All those criminals today who are busy chasing shadows, attacking a man that is busy fighting for restoration. You say you are fighting for freedom. Why would you devote your own time fighting against somebody who is fighting for the same thing you are fighting? You are not even focusing on the government that is holding you captive. You are not even focusing on challenging God. You spend your time online talking about somebody who has devoted his time to pursue the freedom of his people. We are not in the era of Photoshop. As they play, they show. You see evidence on video, you see them on pictures. Continue your propaganda. I say don't stop, continue. We have nothing to prove to you. It is either Biafra or nothing. Every one of us must continue to pay attention. On the restoration of independence of Biafra, it is going to happen. It doesn't matter what the enemies are saying. Their propaganda and their blackmail can never ever change anything. These are also new pictures that came in from the United States. The sharing of our Biafran charter is still ongoing. The consultation in the United States is ongoing. Consultation going on in the United States in Capitol Hills. In Capitol Hills, consultation are going on. This is another post by our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. For those of you who are asking him who he is, those who are asking, and those who are fighting Mazi Simon Ekpa, if you're one of those fighting him, you better think twice. You better check. Jukwese. And you see what he wrote there. You get the point now. If you don't get it, forget it. Simon Ekpa, Okosisi, Iroko 3. You see the deity. You see that thing he's wearing on his neck when he was a child. For some of you who do not know, before you go ahead to attack Master Simon Ekpa, ask questions. And you can see what he wrote there. We are on from they get all these updates. Who they dig out my offer? That is all he has to say. Focus on that which matters and stop distracting yourself. This one says peaceful coexistence. Peaceful coexistence. This say on South Korea. On South Korea trip. Dr. Ngozi, Chief of Staff, Biafra Republic of Exile, Biafra Republic of Exile, under Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa at HWPL, International Women Peace Conference 2024, Seek Peace for a Better World. That is it, representing Biafra at all levels. We are not just sitting back and talk, actions are being taken to see that things are done right. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that is part of this program. We must continue to speak. We must continue to educate. We must continue to inform. Today is fundraising. Remember, defense of Biafra land will cost money. It is not free. When you hear that the Liberation Army of Biafra decimated our armor tank, when you hear that Liberation Army of Biafra stopped the terrorists from entering our zone, it costs money. And today is that day, a special day, every Saturday that Biafrans come together to make donations. Please join the fundraising today. The fundraising is going to happen on Zoom. If you are on my WhatsApp group, you are going to get the Zoom link. If you're not on my WhatsApp group, go to the X platform of our Prime Minister. Go to Twitter. Type Simon Ekpa. Once you enter there, you are going to see the link to the Zoom. Click that link, come in and make your donation. In making your donation, you must not wait until that time. It is 247 because it is done online. Go online, click the link, follow up the link on the flyer, and then make your donation. When you make your donation, you will receive your receipt automatically. Send your receipt to any member of the media, and your receipt will be submitted, and then you can come on that fundraising and announce it if you so desire. If you don't want to announce it, you can keep it silent. It's all your choice. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that have been part of this very weekend program. It's unfortunate that nobody was able to join. I don't know what happened. Maybe weekend, sometimes people are busy with their activities. So I have to allow you to go for your weekend activities. And we are going to see again by the special grace of Chukwu Kabiama tomorrow. Thank you so much for being part of this program. May Chukwu Kabiama guide and protect every Biafrans across the world. May Chukwu Kabiama guide and protect our de facto government in the homeland. Guide and protect every member of the Biafran government cabinet. May Chukwu Kabiama guide and protect every member of the media and their families and all presenters. May Chukwu Kabiama guide and protect our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. No evil shall befall you. No evil shall befall you. No evil shall befall you. More wisdom, knowledge, and understanding be bestowed upon you. We commit our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi before Chukwu Kabiama for strength, for healing, for deliverance. We pray for revelation for Mazi Nnamdi wherever he is. Most importantly, good health and strength as they are bringing him forward very soon. I pray that he regain his freedom. We know he's in the hand of Chukwu Okabia. Only Chukwu Okabia will decide. And when the time comes, definitely he's going to join us, and no weapon formed or fashioned against him shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against the Biafran people shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, shall prosper. And no weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again tomorrow by the special message. Thank you and stay safe. Don't forget to be part of the fundraising that is going to happen today.
Biafra Republic! Biafra Republic! Thank you.